Good morning. Today we're looking over the patch notes 25.07. Sorry it is a little late. I was really busy yesterday. There's a lot of things going on. It is what it is. I should have just did it Tuesday like when it first came out, but I guess I was a little busy doing other things. Anyways, patch note 25.07, we are this should be taken very seriously is what they say in their little header. I didn't get to read over this at all, so let's um let's take a second. Good morning. How are you doing? Let's just say right now, smash that like button. I know if you like these, I'll take anything. So April 1st. I don't really know how I want to go about this, but there's a lot of things that are being changed right now. Um, First of all, let's start with the mid patch updates. I'm also going to be taking screenshots as we're going. So if you can hear that, you might just hear that. Sorry, I might just mute myself actually like this, so then you can't hear it even if it does play. Um, okay. There's like three different things I forgot to do. I'm very sorry. Um, Either way, let's see. Nefiri in the mid patch update. Um, it looks like Q first hit damage is getting a nerf later. Bleed damage is also getting a nerf later, but doing 5 damage early. Her E is getting nerfed later, and cooldown is getting nerfed. There's just a lot of things going wrong with this character, I guess. Um, Honestly, playing against her, I just want to talk about this. Playing against her was pretty good. Honestly, it was a little surprising how like good the changes feel. You know what I mean? Cause um, like it really did just like mold well, in my opinion at least. Um, but on to the next one. There is a Yorick we gotta look out for. Okay, sorry about that. There's just three other things I'm doing right now. Yorick, the his passive. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. His passive Mistwalker attack damage is getting buffed. Base damage and basic attack damage to monsters is getting nerfed or buffed. I would assume that's what that means. It takes two autos now to kill a Yorick minion instead of just the one. Q, your healing is getting buffed from 4% to 6% at minimum, 8% to 10% at maximum, which is, oof. Oh, okay, man. That's really good. But here are the April Fool's updates. Um, I guess it's party time basically. Party Drake Soul gain 30% bonus move speed when within 650 range of your allies. So if you're huddled with your buddies, um, you're getting bonus move speed, and every 5% bonus move speed, you get bonus AD and AP, which is kind of crazy. I won't lie. Dragon Slayer buff. Receive a party favor item in your inventory. If your item slots are full, the party favor will open for you automatically. Party favors will award a player amount of gold between 150 and 250, and also a skill point. So Pike passive plus a skill point. Gain a groovy disco aura, causing nearby minions to sparkle. That sounds really funny. I like that one actually. Um, the terrain is being changed. Disco pads will appear in base and jungle. Stepping on different disco pads will grant a stacking movement buff. Ducky Disco Ball will appear in your base. I like the sound of that one. Clicking on the Ducky Disco Ball will channel an effect, granting you more stacks of movement speed. So don't forget to dance as soon as you get in the game. Shaco's Mayhem for Summoner's Rift and ARAM. Cat Shaco boxes will spawn along the lane, both in Summoner's Rift and ARAM. Picking up boxes will grant you a random cute effect. So, just like collecting hats, basically. Every 10 stacks will grant you a minor party favor item. We're not sure how Pengu Garen will feel about these boxes. It's a funny little tab there at the bottom. ARAM, but make it fast. Summoner haste increased. Oh shit. Oh my. Oh my. ARAM is essentially just what is it called? AREF right now. So don't forget to play that one. That one's good. Summoner haste increased to 200%. Also, known issues. If a party favor would grant a skill point due to having a full inventory, it doesn't pop up the skill UI until the next level is reached when you're able to spend that extra point. Well, that's I'm not gonna screenshot that one, but that's LeBlanc visual update. I'm pretty sure most of us have seen this. There's to go with the arcane, everything going on with that. Demon's Hand. What the fuck is Demon's Hand? Don't really know what that is. I'm kind of not in the loop right now. I'm sorry. So, system, your home guard and fountain have changed. Maximum healing per second is 10%, and maximum MP per second is 10%, which is just a big nerf. 2% on both sides. Early game missing HP MP per second is more, so you'll get more MP early and late. I'm a little confused what this is trying to tell me. Home guard is getting nerfed. You're getting lower move speed, just in general. Unfortunately, that's really sad to hear. Um, Lane swap detection. We're further shrinking the lane swap detection area so that it should no longer catch champions who find themselves fighting in the enemy jungle. Lane swap detection in the mid lane has been shrunk to no longer overlap with most of the Raptor pits. Thank you. Honestly, for my Heimerdinger, I might play some Heimerdinger because of that. Because, I went in there. I went in there. Okay, on to champions. Brand, we are having a passive damage increase. Honestly, I'm not going to go over the numbers. I felt like that took way too long last time. So I'm just going to say the base, and then you'll be able to look at the numbers if that's what you like. Okay. Darius, base armor decrease and E cooldown increased. Pretty, pretty fine. E getting a nerf is crazy. Q, her, sorry, Gwen, her Q final damage decreased. W scaling adjusted. Lower base on W, higher AP ratio. Ivern, his Q root duration increased at lower ranks, which is yeah, I'd like that change honestly. Lilia E damage is decreased. Honestly, these are really fast. There's like only one for each. Lilia E damage decreased. You see it more, but from the last patch, I mean, they increased how many times you use it, but lower the damage this time. Lulu's Q damage decreased. W cooldown increased at higher ranks. Um, Honestly, thank God. I fucked up. Thank God, cause this damn character, man, like, You walk up in the lane and you're automatically poked just because that's the champion. It's not fun to fight. I'll tell you what. Nefiri, base health decreased, passive monster damage decreased, Q damage to minions increased, W cooldown increased at lower ranks. So they really want her in a lane. They don't like jungle Nefiri. It's not by much actually. It's only 10% from damage to monsters. I don't think that's killing the jungle, but might as well just play it in lane when it get 100% damage to minions. Olaf, his E cast time now scales with attack speed, which is pretty strong. That's crazy actually. So if you have like a bunch of attack speed, like he just slams that shit. Oh, excuse me, I was sneezing. Shaco, his passive damage increased and Q damage increased. I hate that. I'm just like, if you can see my face, just complete disgust. Why? Bonus AD. Wait, Q has damage on it? I'm a little confused. Why does his Q have damage on it? I don't know. Either way, Shen Q now applies flat damage to structures. It the percent max health damage is not applied, which big nerf, I think. Singed passive cooldown increased, Q damage increased, and R bonus stats decreased. So I would say an overall nerf, but he's stronger without like early game. You know how it is. Pretty good stuff. Okay, sorry about that. I know it didn't change anything for you, but something came up. Trundle. I think I'm on Trundle. His E slow increased and cooldown is decreased, so just a buff. Volibear, his W damage is adjusted, so instead of just 50%, you get a bonus AD percent. Zareth, Q damage increased, W damage adjusted, E damage decreased, and R damage is adjusted. I'm gonna assume they just change values. It's just weaker, it seems. More damage in the AP, or more damage from AP. Yone, his passive critical damage reduction removed, and E crowd control cleanse removed. So, um, can't cleanse crowd control. But here's the big update. I know everybody's talking about this. Yorick, a large adjustment to Yorick. First of all, I'm going to talk about these. I fucking love Yorick. Seems like Jungle Yorick might be a little stronger again. They buffed it a little bit. You will be able to get. There's more deaths per grave, less deaths per graves. So you'll get your graves a little faster, and it scales a little faster too. So it goes 8, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on levels 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. So instead of slowly making your way to the two deaths per grave, it counts down really quickly. Minions will take full damage instead of just being instantly killed from auto attacks. Um, the minions scale with Yorick's bonus attack speed, so finding items that can do that for you would be amazing. What else? They non-champion damage toward Mistwalkers, which is the minions, is 40% less. And Yorick, or sorry, when Yorick recalls, his minions will not follow while fighting a jungle monster. So I don't know what to tell you. I think Yorick jungle is just fucking ridiculously strong right now. You can just throw him onto like maybe a Gromp, walk away, bro. Like come on. And then onto his Q. I'm pretty sure these are not crazy changes, just buffs on the cooldown. The AD got buffed. The AD scaling, sorry. And whenever you hit a champion or large and epic monster, it spawns a grave. Like, what is that bullshit? Why is that needed? You can just stand in lane, hitting the enemy champion, just not even caring about life. Okay, onto his E. I'm pretty sure they just made it 15% current HP down to minimum threshold of, but now it's just a flat damage and there's a higher AP ratio. More movement speed, 10%. Shreds armor now. Like, come on. And what was removed is no longer increases Mistwalker's damage by 20%, but, it increases the armor shred from your minions, which is just, that's crazy. They also fixed a bug where minions wouldn't jump on targets when crossing terrain, so that's also a good thing for jungle. Like, dude, what is this update for Yorick? That's not, like, what is this? On top of that, your R is getting, I would say, I'd say, it's a little weird. You get base damage on level 1, but 30% bonus AD scaling, which is, that kind of goes both ways. And it scales harder with base damage, and it's getting its health back. 1,000 health on on first spawn. It's amazing. You can actually play him in lane now without worrying about if your maiden's gonna die right away. I love it. It is amazing. I love Yorick. I cannot wait to play him again. Um, Now onto the items. Catalyst of Aeons. Changing the build path. Cost is unchanged. Mana is increased, but the main thing is mana restored from damage taken is going up 3% from 7 to 10. Rod of Ages is getting the same buff. Umbral Glaive is getting a cost reduction by 100 gold. 5 AD, but the blackout cooldown is going from 50 to 90. So supports are getting a little strong, I assume. That's why they did this. It should be a second item, not a third. So they just wanted to be a stronger fighting item. It might be a good first item still, just cause it's cheaper, has more AD. Um, I don't actually know when the fuck you build it, anyways. So ARAM, the buffed characters today are this patch are Ari, Bard, Draven, Evelyn, Lilia, Misfortune, Mordekaiser, Rakan, Rel, Renekton, Skarner, Warwick, and Zeri. There's a lot of different ones here. The nerfed characters are Soraka and Yumi, so fuck your supports, I guess. Um, Swift play, quick play, normal draft queue update. So they're bringing back normal draft and keeping swift play. It's pretty good, actually. I like that. Onto arena changes. Um, there's a few changes. I'm not gonna go over like these general changes, but guest of honor, new guest of honor for round 2 are Mbessa, Katarina, Draven, Cassiopeia, Alistar, which are pretty good ones. I like Alistar's where the first time you would be eliminated, you just set your team's health to 1 instead. New guest of honor for round 8 is LeBlanc and San Uziel. I don't know how to say that, but revives are disabled is no thank you. Just don't even put that on my game because I know people will take that shit. Um, Guest of honors adjusted are Elise, and that's it. I don't know why I said it like that, but Elise is going to be changed. Um, I guess there was a bug where cocoons spawned in the death realm will now appear, like will stay in the death realm, so they'll go back to the living realm. Normal augments. I'm not sure how they're being changed. There's a few different changes. You'll see the numbers on the screen. There's Omnisoul, Inferno Conduit, Infernal Conduit twice. Hold very still, time to invisibility. Clotheslines, Clown College, Dive Bomber, It's Killing Time, All for You, Dual Willed, Dual wield total attack speed is gone down. That's the only one that's like literally tiny. Phenomenal evil, which is your Vigar's passive. Jeweled Gauntlet and vulnerability, excuse me. Wisdom of Ages from beginning to end and another beginning to end changes. The cursed augments that are being changed are max curse power per round is being changed. Dreadbringer curse power to health ratio is being increased by a shit ton, almost double basically. Dreadbringer tick cadence is literally going down to a quarter. Doomslayer curse power to adaptive force ratio. Desecrator curse power per immobilize. Desecrator curse power to AR/MR ratio. Death touch curse power to on hit ratio. Dark blessing. Remove the range requirement to gain the cursed power when healing/shielding. Items that are being changed are Dragon Heart and Hex Bolt Champion. Bug fixes. I don't think I'm gonna put that on screen. There's Clash. Blue Essence Emporium has returned. Make sure to check out those. Jin and Velcos pricing are, they're fixing it so it's they get their little Easter egg. And that's everything. What else is there to say about this update? It's April Fool's, man. Come on. Um, I know I didn't really say anything about April Fools, I don't think, but I just played the game. It was pretty good. I hope you enjoyed watching this one, and like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, comment what you want to see more of, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces. Sorry this was late. That's all I'm going to say right now. Sorry this was late.